Board Game Lawyer here. It is a Wednesday night. I'm going to play some Marvel Champions from Fantasy Flight Games. Actually, I've been playing some Marvel Champions from Fantasy Flight Games. This week, I've decided to play against Juggernaut, and this evening, I've been building some Jennifer Walters She-Hulk decks to play against Juggernaut. See how things turn out? Let's go down to the table and learn a little bit about Juggernaut. So Juggernaut has a... I'm using Juggernaut 1 and 2 in standard form today. We're going to use Hope Summers in standard encounter set. One modular encounter set. Took out Black Tom Cassidy, and I put in Down to Earth. That's the modular set that I'm using. The setup says attach Juggernaut's helmet to Juggernaut. Put Hope Summers into play under the first player's control. So here is the Juggernaut helmet. Attached to Juggernaut. Juggernaut gains Stalwart. As attacks gain Overkill. Spend 3 resources of the same type to remove each momentum counter from Juggernaut and flip this card. Hope Summers says that she gets the base thwart and base attack of the hero. If she leaves play, the players lose the game. And let's take a look at side 1B of the Juggernaut. Forced to interrupt when the scheme would be completed. Instead, do the following. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It begins with 1 threat on it, and it threats out at 7. Juggernaut's ability is Juggernaut gets +1 attack for each momentum counter here. When revealed, place 1 momentum counter here. Give Juggernaut a tough status card. All right. So Jennifer Walters is our hero. She has the object ability. When threat would be placed on a scheme, prevent 1 of that threat. Limit once per round. Recovery of 5. I have Boot Camp, Attack Training, Hellcat, Legal Practice, 1-2 Punch, and Genius are my cards to begin the game. So I think I'm going to do is discard. I'm going to hang on to Boot Camp and Attack Training. Get rid of Hellcat. I'm going to get rid of 1-2 Punch. And I'm going to get rid of Legal Practice to draw 3 cards. And they are the Power of Aggression, Gamma Slam, and one more, Limitless Stamina. Alright, so do I have 3 matching resources? I do. I have Genius and Gamma Slam. That's good. So I could spend those 3 resources to flip Juggernaut's helmet. And then I could spend the Power of Aggression. I guess I'm going to have to, yeah. I may have to forego Boot Camp. Unless there's some other thing. No. I'm not going to be able to use Boot Camp and Attack Training. I won't be able to put them both out. Unless I decide not to flip his lid this turn. But I really think that needs to happen. So I'm going to flip to my hero side. And now since I'm in my hero side, I'm going to spend 3 resources of the same type to remove each momentum counter from Juggernaut and flip the card. So we're going to spend Gamma Slam and Genius to remove the momentum counter from Juggernaut and flip his helmet. Now Hope Summers can attack for a lot. Well, whenever I flipped his She-Hulk form, I got to do 2 damage to Juggernaut, so that removed the tough card. I'm going to place an Attack Training onto Hope Summers. So now she gets +1 attack and +2 hit points. So we'll set it up like that so that we could read it. She-Hulk is going to attack Juggernaut and do 3 damage to Juggernaut. Hope Summers is going to attack Juggernaut and do so she does 3 +1 because of her attack training, and then another one because she has a mental resource. So 5 damage into Juggernaut. I'll spend the power of aggression to play Limitless Stamina, which is going to ready She-Hulk. She-Hulk's going to attack Juggernaut for 3 more. So that will end She-Hulk's turn. Let's see what I got. I got Brute Force, Endurance, the Power of Aggression, and another Brute Force. Okay, so we place 1 threat onto the main scheme. Juggernaut is going to attack She-Hulk. I'll defend that attack. So he attacks for 2. Plus this boost is 0, so I don't take any damage because She-Hulk has a defense of 2. That's good. Get rid of those advances. And then the other card is an Assault. This is his encounter. This is his encounter card. So he's going to attack us again anyway. So he's going to attack for 2, plus deal 1 damage to an ally you control. So Hope Summers takes 1 damage. And She-Hulk gets hit for 3 now. Alright, and that's going to end Juggernaut's turn. Alright, so Hope Summers now. How about I put Brute Force out onto the table? Your hero gets +1 attack. Your basic attacks gain piercing. Discard any tough status card of the target before dealing damage. So I can spend Power of Aggression to put out Brute Force. And then do I want to put out Endurance to give She-Hulk some more hit points? Or do I want to put out another Brute Force? There's no limit. Doesn't say there's any limit. And give Hope Summers another +1 attack. She's at 3, 4, 5, and 6 right now. If I give her 1 more attack, then that's going to push Juggernaut over the top. But I'm just not ready to do that yet because that lid will come back on. So how about Endurance? We'll use Endurance. Spending Brute Force to put out Endurance. So now I get +3 hit points. I'm up to 18 now that I can have total onto She-Hulk. And Hope Summers is going to attack Juggernaut and do 6 damage to him. Alright. That'll end my turn then. Alright, so I have Sidearm, Ironheart, Superhuman Law Division, and a Ground Stomp in my hand. Place 1 threat on Unstoppable Juggernaut. Juggernaut's going to attack for 2. Defending with She-Hulk. Hits 4. Another 1. So we put 1 damage into She-Hulk. Discard the Common Criminal. The encounter card is Shadow of the Past. Wonderful. So now I get to pull some cards out that I don't see very often. So Titania hits the ground first because it says reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion, put it into play, engage with you. Titania says X is equal to Titania's remaining hit points. So her attack right now is 6. That's how many hit points she has. Personal challenge is next. When revealed, place 1 additional threat here. So now it gets up to 4. And it has a crisis icon, meaning I cannot remove threat from Unstoppable Juggernaut. Well, this is on the table. The rest of the cards are genetically enhanced. Titania's Fury, and another Fury on Titania. These cards get shuffled into the encounter deck according to the game text on Shadows of the Past. So we did everything that was asked for. Revealed the set-aside Nemesis. Shuffle the rest of the set-aside Nemesis into the encounter deck. And it did enter that way, so no surging. Well, we got a mess now. Need to get rid of Titania. I hope Summers can do it too. She's got enough attack now, I believe. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, Nope, not enough. Because it doesn't get the bonus for the mental resource when attacking Titania. So let's see what I've got here. Let's see. I've got Ground Stomp. That'd be good. And Ironheart. That too would be good. Or Sidearm. I could put the Sidearm onto Hope Summers. That would knock out Titania. So how about we do this? We're going to put Ironheart out onto the table. We're going to spin the Ground Stomp. And we're going to spin Superhuman Law Division to put out Ironheart. Ironheart says after you play Ironheart from your hand, draw a card. So here's Brute Force. Sidearm. I think I'm going to put the Sidearm onto Hope Summers. Spending Brute Force to do that. Alright, so now she can attack for 7. Because she's got that Sidearm attached to her now. So the question is, what do I want to do with Ironheart? Do I want to attack Juggernaut with Ironheart? Probably. So let me just double check my hit points on Hope Summers. So it's 3, 4 for Brute Force, 5 for attack training, 6 for Sidearm. Attached ally gets +1 attack and its attacks gain ranged. Hope Summers is going to attack Titania for 6. Knock out Titania. Ironheart is going to attack Juggernaut for 1 damage, which is going to defeat him. Juggernaut 2 comes out. Not sure why it's blinking like that. That's weird. Yeah, move the card around. Maybe it won't blink. Here we go. So, when revealed, place 1 momentum counter here. If Juggernaut exposes in play, flip it. Otherwise, give Juggernaut a tough status card. There we go. 1 momentum counter. I'm going to flip it. And I believe that's the end of my turn. Yeah, I got to place 1 consequential damage onto Ironheart because of damaging Juggernaut. So we're going to, it probably was a terrible idea to do that, but that's just what we did. All right, advance the phase. I've got Symbiote Suit, Split Personality, Downtime, Limitless Stamina in my hand. So placing 1 threat on Unstoppable Juggernaut. Juggernaut's going to attack She-Hulk. I'll defend. So he attacks for 3, 4, plus this card right here, 5. Deal 1 damage to an ally you control. I'll put that 1 damage into Hope Summers. And so it's going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage into She-Hulk, -2, so 3 damage is what she actually takes. And the encounter card is Breakthrough. When revealed, choose take damage equal to Juggernaut's attack. Discard the highest cost upgrade or support you control. Highest cost upgrade or support. Looks like that might be Brute Force. Yeah. Rather than take all the damage. That's 4 damage into She-Hulk. I don't want 4 damage into She-Hulk. So we're going to do the Breakthrough. Discard the highest cost upgrade or support you control. Everything costs 1 that's on the table. So Brute Force goes away. And we discard the Breakthrough. Alright. Did I take my damage? Yeah. I took my damage on She-Hulk. Okay. My turn. Ironheart can... maybe we split personality. change your form, flip identity card, then draw up to your printed hand size. So we'll spend downtime, symbiote suit, and limitless stamina to play split personality. We're going to flip. And now I'm going to draw my hand size, which is 6. And I'll discard split personality. Okay, what'd I get? I got combat training, another sidearm, Psylocke, focused rage, and combat training. So if I'm going to try to flip the lid off of Juggernaut, I'm going to have to spend only these 3 cards here. Sidearm, combat training, and I won't be able to get Psylocke out. Psylocke says, Psylocke enters play with 2 psionic counters on her. When Psylocke attacks an enemy, remove 1 psionic counter from her, confuse that enemy, and deal 1 damage to it. Huh. But I can't afford to put her out, and then because he's stalwart, so it doesn't matter. I can't confuse Juggernaut with Psylocke at the moment. I can still flip. What's this do? Focus Rage. Focus Rage says exhaust Focus Rage, take 1 damage, and draw a card. That's an upgrade. Combat training would put... Yeah. I might survive. I may. So how about if I put combat training onto Jennifer Walters? I'll spend the sidearm. I'll spend the combat training to do that. I don't really like any of these options. So these are my 6 cards. If I flip over to my hero form, so I know I get to do 2 damage to Juggernaut just for flipping. So that takes him down to 19. Hope Summers attacks right now. She's got 3, 4, 5 damage. But if I take off his helmet, that's 6. So how about it? Combat training, and sidearm to take off the momentum counter. Flip Juggernaut's helmet. Now Hope Summers attacks for 3, 4, 5, 6 damage into Juggernaut. Brings him down to 14. And Focus Rage is going to get discarded. This other Focus Rage is going to get discarded. Psylocke is going to get discarded. Ironheart. I'll hang on to Ironheart for now. Advance things over to Juggernaut. So I got Legal Practice, Energy, 1-2 Punch, and Boot Camp. 1 threat onto the main scheme. Juggernaut attacks She-Hulk for 3. I think I'm just going to let it go through. 3, 4, take 1 indirect damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage into She-Hulk. Discard. And now Juggernaut's going to deal himself an encounter card. It's Threat or Menace. When revealed, you may change form. If you're in hero form, place 2 threat on the main scheme. If you're in alter ego form, you cannot change form during your next turn. Placing 2 threat on Unstoppable Juggernaut would be deadly for me. So if I flip down, I can't flip up, which means the helmet's going to come back on. And I won't be able to use Hope Summers' attack ability on this turn. Let me see how much health he's got left. So, how much damage can I actually do? 3, 4, 5 damage with Hope Summers. Takes it down to 8. She-Hulk attacks for 3, possibly another 3. Not looking good. I don't like Threat or Menace. You may change form in hero form. Place 2 threat on the main scheme. If you are in alter ego form, you cannot change form during your next turn. I think I'm going to change form. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, legal practice says choose and discard up to 5 cards from your hand. Remove 1 threat from a scheme for each card discarded this way. I can't flip up, meaning that Hope Summers can't do anything right now. I could legal practice. I could boot camp. Play under any player's control, max 1 per player. Each ally you control gets +1 attack. I like that. So let's put the boot camp out. And we'll spend legal practice. And we'll spend energy to pay for that. Now Hope Summers can attack for +1 attack. So is it 0? I mean, it's a star, so it's not a 0. So you can't add to it, right? That's a good question. If it's a star, is it equivalent to a 0? And is nothing +1 something? Maybe I just put boot camp out for now. Yeah, I think so. And I can't flip up, so I just end my turn. Just gonna heal. Let's see what Juggernaut's got up his sleeve this time around. So, Unstoppable Juggernaut, placing 1 threat. Juggernaut is going to scheme for 1 +0. 1 threat onto Unstoppable Juggernaut. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove all threat from here. Juggernaut exposed is in play. Flip it. Place 1 momentum counter on Juggernaut. Juggernaut attacks each player in player order, even if they're in alter ego form. So Juggernaut's going to attack for 3, 4, 5 damage into Jennifer Walters. Discard. All right, now when I flip up with Jennifer Walters, then I can do 2 damage to Juggernaut. I got boot camp, so Ironheart is attack of 2 as well. I may have this one. Let's check and see. So I'm going to flip. She-Hulk is going to attack for... Oh, we're going to do 2 damage first into Juggernaut. Ironheart is going to attack Juggernaut for 2. Hope Summers, yeah, I'll put out Superhuman Strength, and I'll spend Tigra and Brawn to do that. She-Hulk gets +2 attack. After She-Hulk attacks, discard Superhuman Strength. Stun the attached enemy. It doesn't say that she's only limited to 1. So how about we spend 2 more resources to put out more Superhuman Strength. Yeah, doesn't say it's limited of 1. Now Hope Summers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage from boot camp. And we can do a solid 10 damage with Hope Summers in the Juggernaut, which will knock him all the way down to 0. So I think that was a clean win. If I messed anything up, I'm sure someone would be able to be willing to point that out in my comments down below. If there was something I could have done differently, that's also welcome. Yeah, any comments about my style of game or any mistakes that I've made are certainly welcome here on my channel. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am the Board Game Lawyer. This is Juggernaut week, so this is a third game that will be posted to YouTube this week of me playing against Juggernaut. Really liking Juggernaut. He's a really clever made villain, and I just like the way he plays. So hopefully you do too. So anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. Again, the Board Game Lawyer. You can catch me here on Twitch. You can catch me on YouTube. You can catch me on Discord. I am Board Game Lawyer or BGL. If you like my videos, you could subscribe. And please like them if you're enjoying them. So thank you, friends, for watching today. You have a great evening, and we'll bring you another video again very soon.